You are listening to Devil Tongue and Phantom Other on the Devil Tongue and Phantom Other show.
It was supposed to be the flip.
The flip?
Right, the flip. It was supposed to be Other Phantom.
No, because, oh my God, I'm not high right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I said it. www.spreaker.com. And
it's not the topic no more about being high, or we changed it.
For the... All right. I forgot the title of the show. That's it. Want to get high with me? Get high with me? Your HI, quote unquote. No, we're talking really about natural high, not the substance.
True indeed.
But initially, we started off the show in skit-like fashion. You know, I was Devil Other, she was Phantom Tongue. But, you know, the point I'm making is, whether it's medicinal marijuana or recreational, I've always felt you should get high on life.
I believe you 100%. I love it.
And that's what we do. That's what I feel I need to...
That natural high.
Well, I was going to say personally promote as an educator, you know. And just leave the drugs alone. That's the best way to put it.
True that.
You know, I smoke fantasy weed. And before any of you start Googling to find out what it is, it doesn't exist. Hence the word fantasy. It's fake. It's imaginary. You know, I can puff it, pass it all day. I won't get arrested. I won't do time.
Puff, pass. Puff, pass.
I don't have to spend my money, my hard-earned money, that hopefully as we grow, we'll be earning on a regular basis.
Wow, think about all the money that you would get from a weed plant. Like all that money. Like think about it. Like people who do them plants in the basement, whatever. Think about how much money that generates.
Well, the facts are out there. But okay, let's take Colorado as the perfect example. You know, it is legal, and they do have Nevada as well. They do have I say weed farms. I don't know if that's what they're called. You know, but however much money is generated annually, you have to keep certain things in mind. Unless you have medical documentation, you're still not allowed to smoke it. And even then, it depends on your profession. You know, you can't be high on the job as a police officer, firefighter, EMT, airline pilot,
bus driver, train.
Well, yeah, it all encompasses the same thing. You know, these professions do give regular urinalysis, you know, to check for substance abuse.
True that.
You know, and I also feel that, well, okay, right now there is a very, very big heroin epidemic problem in New Jersey, specifically. You know, shout out to Jersey. But the money spent on rehabilitation alone is astronomical. And when it comes to health insurance, that's another topic. I don't really want to veer off of this. There's no comparing what people have to shell out, you know, for treatment. And it's unfortunate because you and we grew up through the 1980s when the crack epidemic was at an all-time high.
True.
You know, and I have personal stories. Maybe there'll be another radio episode. Not of using, because I don't use, I've never used.
Correct.
Not of selling, because I've never done that either. But just things I've observed, you know, when the crack epidemic was in full swing.
Just the product of the environment.
Right. You know, including maybe one or two people I know who personally succumbed, you know, to that, well, call it what you want, disease, tragedy, what have you.
Right.
You know. You're listening to Devil Tongue and Phantom Other on the Devil Tongue and Phantom Other show, www.spreaker.com. And we're really talking about, you know, you getting high on life, you know, reaching a full potential by just, I'll say, natural creativity. There are some artists, and I'm going to keep religion out of this as well, who say that when they are high, when they smoke, they write better, they think more, yada, 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 yada. I can't speak for them nor against them, but I will say that illicit drugs in general affects your personality in the sense where if you're, let's say, typically calm, it tends to rile you up. And if you're rather on the rambunctious side, it tends to calm you down.
But the flip side to it is what you was talking about with the, not the reveling up part, the part where I was trying to figure out what you were saying before, a few like sentences back. I'm trying to remember. You were saying something about being creative and being on the drugs and stuff like that.
Right.
This is the weird thing. How you being so creative and still be able to write a sentence if you so high? That's what I wanted to get to, because I was trying to figure out, to get the thought out, because I was trying to go back and trying to figure out what you said. And that's crazy. How are you able to write down a sentence? A
coherent sentence.
Right, a coherent sentence. Understand what the heck you wrote while you was high. That I don't understand. You talk about, I write the best when I'm high. If you see scribbles, what the heck is that? What the heck did you just wrote? Let me tell you. And I don't think he took drugs, but he was a famous writer, but he drank a lot. And he did a lot of great works while he was drunk. How was he able to put sentences together when he was so drunk? Like what? Like he was sitting there and then like dictating off the top of his head and had somebody there writing words down? Like what was up with that?
Well, it's just like the alcoholic who swears they drive better when they're intoxicated. That argument won't ever hold up in court.
Yeah, I gotta drive with one eye covered. What kind of crap is that?
You can be DWAI, which is driving while ability impaired, and
isn't that handicap? No offense.
No. Stop. Supposed to be serious right now.
I know that, but that sounds handicapped.
Yeah, have a hit of this fantasy weed. See, there you. Oh, about time.
Woo.
Thank you. My co-host Phantom just hit some fantasy weed. Look at that. It's fake weed and I'm still coughing.
I know.
But anyway. We don't have numbers for you in terms of what is it, 0.001?
Of what?
Well, I'm really referring to alcohol. In order for you to
I don't know. I really don't know the numbers. I forgot what it is.
Well, remember, it's driving while ability impaired, driving under the influence, and then driving while intoxicated.
Right.
Which, is the most serious of the three charges. And unfortunately, a lot of people have lost their lives, thanks to someone driving drunk.
True.
But just like, and again, I don't want to veer off topic, just like I guess our gun laws need to be revamped, the DWI laws probably need to be revamped as well.
True. Because
there have been far too many deaths, attributed to the drunk driver. Mm-hmm. Here's a weird thing. It seems like in a lot of these crashes, and I know when you're drunk, the body's totally relaxed, but still, a lot of the drunk drivers survive. The person they hit, sometimes head on, gets killed. But the drunk driver is still, still breathing.
Okay, can we talk from a science point of view about this? Now, could it be because since you're already out of it, you get what I'm saying? When you go into impact, your body's already lucid. So when you're going into impact, your body's, even though you're going at a certain speed, at a certain rate, correct, thank you. When you're hitting it, your body is so loose, you know what I'm saying? Because let me give you an example. Someone told me, if you ever fall down the steps, don't tighten up.
Right.
Okay, because once you tighten up, that's when you break your bones. When you fall down the step, you should let yourself fall.
But here's the
and I think, hold on, let me cut you off. And I think that's what it is with drunk driving, is that when they're driving, they're not tensed up. Because remember, if you're sober, right, and you're in an accident, remember, all of a sudden, you're going into fight or flight. All right? So your body is already going from 0 to 60. Your body's already stiffening up, senses, everything. So when you go on impact crash, your body is going to be hit because you're already stiffening up and all that. I'm just saying. I'm not saying word for word, okay? I'm just saying.
Well, okay.
Compared to a drunk driver who is loose, they already got alcohol in their system. Their body's already numbed out. When they get hit, it's not, even though their body does get hurt, their damages is not as much because their nervous system and all of that has been shut down due to the alcohol.
And look at it from a psychological aspect. If you're a stunt person, you, let's say, are trained to be loose and not tense. Now, one thing I would love to do, and I know someone, or I knew someone who went skydiving. I would love to go skydiving, but I can't honestly say when I do jump out of that plane, probably tandem, I won't be tense. You know, the thrill, the exhilaration, still, you're falling. Now, if anyone listening to this podcast has gone skydiving, hey, reach out to us, devil.tongue@gmail.com, you know, and just, you know, let us know how your personal experience was, and whether it was your first time or your 10th time. And I guess the more you do it, you get used to it. But what tips or tricks you have when you are coming out that plane so that you're as loose as you can be, you know, and land gently on the ground, you know, with your chute open?
Well, the thing about that is that I think your first time you're with somebody, I think it's piggyback.
Well, tandem, right.
And then I think it's afterwards, after a few tries, then you go by yourself. Now, I don't know, after that one tandem try, you want to go up there again?
I can't say because, mind you, professional skydivers jump by themselves.
Right.
But
even people who are novice, you know, because they're going through it a few times, they're able to do it themselves, even though they're considered beginners. But my thing is, it's like, you know, the Ride of Great Adventures. Been on it once, don't go back on it again. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You could have tried it once and be like, you know what? Did it once, I'm not going on this again.
Well, again, even though this is about getting high on life.
Right.
You know, thrill seeking, hey, I've been jet skiing. I won't water ski.
Oh, jet ski. Ooh, I've jet skied before.
I still would like to skydive.
No, I don't want to skydive. I would like to ski.
Well,
no, dude. No. I want to ski. Not ski like the Olympic ski. Just to say I skied. Like go down the bunny slope with the children and just to say, hey, I gave it a try.
You can go to the Poconos and do that. They have the beginner ramps.
Right. I wouldn't mind doing that. I've already been tobogganing. I've already been regular skiing. Sledding. I've done jet sledding. What do you call it?
Well, jet skiing. I've done that.
No, not jet skiing. The one that you do on the snow. It's like the jet ski in the snow.
You mean snowmobile?
Right, snowmobile.
Okay.
I've done snowmobiles in the snow. I've done all of that, so I'm cool with that.
So what about white water rafting?
I've done that too. I've done that, but I did it on I did whitewater rafting, but I didn't do it in such what do you call it, like rough waters.
Okay.
I did it in more calm waters, and I did that.
Okay.
And I did it in a canoe.
Okay.
And I think I went around Delaware, some place down south.
Probably Delaware.
Yeah, I went around I think it was like the whole state of Delaware, or half a part of Delaware, but I did that like in 10th grade.
You know, but as always, we're all over the place. Sometimes you try not to be.
I know.
You know, we just want to stress and express that you can reach your full potential without substances, without drugs, without alcohol.
That's true.
The thing you have to do most is believe in yourself.
True.
You know, that creative you is already there. Even if you need, and I stress, maybe a co-host or a partner to help bring it to the forefront.
True that. You
can do it, you know, without injecting your body with all these drugs. Additives. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, people have their ways to unwind and relax. I'm not advocating anything. But I will say, you know, when it comes to illicit drugs, you know, abstain. Seriously, abstain. And I know I can't tell that to somebody who's on medicinal marijuana. I probably can't tell that to somebody who's on AARP. They saying to themselves right now, later for you, you know what you're talking about, beep you, devil, whatever. But take it from
AARP.
Yes.
Okay.
That includes people we know, and we won't say names.
I know that, but I'm just like, AARP, really? Okay. I was like, really? That population? Okay.
Are you kidding? I know a lot of older.
Oh yes, because they were all once hippies.
Well, hippies. It's not even that they were hippies, but they just say, you know what? I'm old.
They never changed. They never changed those habits, or those old habits came back.
Yeah, something to that effect.
Okay.
Anyway, we gotta go. I'm Devil Tongue.
Phantom Mother.
And
thanks for joining us again.
Remember, get high on life, okay?
So, get high on your own supply.
Yeah. And our supply is just run dry. Have a good one.